how does the agency go about the issue of funding? I'm so interested about this attempt by the agency to commercialize, and what can you tell us of that?
Very, very big issue. I tell people that NIMET is a big organization with little money. So what we try to do is to make the best out of the little we have, while also try to improve. Like I said, our emphasis, we are giving so much emphasis right now to commercialization so that we can increase our revenue generation.
Now, I like what you said about having to perhaps sooner rather than later, have the ability to predict what goes on in some local areas involving weather, in some states. Are we getting near that? Does that include this as well?
We've been working on that for some time now. That is what we call numeric weather prediction. Numeric weather prediction, where you use computer models with local data, infused into it to generate weather forecasts. At the moment, we have been trial running the numeric weather prediction system that we developed for about 6 weeks now. We haven't come out publicly because we want to be sure that we've got it right. And I can tell you that the evaluation we have done with our numeric weather prediction is showing that we are doing well. The results are doing well. Maybe when we come out, we'll invite you for a special press conference on that. That's what we are planning to do. We can tell you that it will rain in Asokoro, but Wuse will be dry. We'll be able to tell you that the temperature in Ikeja Airport is going to be so and so, but if you get down to Oshodi, it will change. That is where we are going. And these are things that are made possible because we've got more encouragement than ever before in the last 2-3 years. It has been unprecedented. And you know where the credit should go to. We feel fulfilled professionally that we have been given an opportunity to express what we can do. And I can tell you that NIMET professionals here, we compare with anybody in the world, anywhere. We go out to conferences, we go out to workshops, we interact with our colleagues from every part of the world, and I can tell you we are well respected in terms of competence. But what has been lacking all this while is the enabling environment. And this is what this minister has done for us. This is what this present administration, within the framework of the transformational agenda, has done for us.
Now, you've ruled out all these development strides made by NIMET within these past few years. But I always ask myself this question, and I'm sure you will be asking yourself the same thing, that under this present administration, yes, perhaps they've done quite a lot, to ensure that things go well according to plan. But do you really think, even beyond this present administration, can we really sustain, the momentum? Do you foresee any danger, perhaps, in the near future?
Of course, even in life, there is danger. But that is why we are putting every measure as much as we can in place to ensure sustainability. Look, no system, because these things we are talking about, they sound so easy, but they are very expensive to do. Take, for instance, and that's another thing we have not talked about, our upper air observation. Prior to this government, we had only one upper air station in Abuja, and it was donated by the European Union. But today, we have 8 upper air stations in Nigeria. Unprecedented. It has never happened in the history of this country. These are facts. You can visit those upper air stations. The one in Calabar just started running. The one in Yola just started running. That of Jos, we are about to start running it. Enugu, Meduguri, Ikeja, not Ikeja, well, Oshodi in Lagos. I've mentioned Enugu already. From one that was a donation to 8 within a space of 2 to 3 years. I mean, it's unprecedented. These things must be sustained. Now, I don't want to talk about the Doppler weather radar. It's a high-tech equipment that costs a lot of money to buy and install, costs a lot of money to run. When you generate the products for different organizations, for different aspects, sectors of the economy, many a time we get requests from some MDAs, and when we give them bills, they say they will not pay. That is government. We are government. It's not possible. So the danger, indeed, is that if we do not generate revenue, these things will go down. There is no pretense about that. That is why we are taking the issue of increasing our revenue base very seriously.
So, Doctor, give us a little bit more insight. I mean, what are the major challenges that you face as the DG of NIMET presently?
Well, the usual, I don't want to talk about the usual thing, lack of funding. That does have become like, yeah, that's right. Now, you see, what we are doing with the leadership of the minister, we are sort of taking people to terrains that they are not used to. Telling people that you have to make money. Even the staff that work with you, many of them are not used to the fact that you cannot keep funding meteorological service ad infinitum. You cannot do that. Coming to terms with the fact that we must now be a revenue earner. We must be a net provider of revenue for government instead of taking money from government all the time. This is one of the challenges. That is that of reorientation. Because here, our new policy is commercialization, realignment, and consolidation, CRC. That is what we are implementing now. We must commercialize, we must realign, and we must consolidate. Consolidating is the aspect of sustainability you are talking about. So if we do not realign, we can't get there. So that is one of the greatest challenges, realigning. Realigning the system, realigning the people, realigning the values to take us in the new direction we are going to.
DG, very quickly now, let's round off, or as we round off, should I say. I mean, the issue of the Doppler weather, that's another interesting thing. You talked about it briefly, but I want you to go back to that. What's it all about? Is it in use? And if so, how is it? Perhaps you want to give us a little bit of explanation on that. And of course, your vision for NIMET as Director General.
Of course, you know what radars do, right? Radars are basically remote sensing equipment. Remote sensing in the sense that it's in one place, but it can see, in quotes, what is very far away and tell you what it is. People are used to the NAMA radar for looking at aircrafts, monitoring and controlling aircrafts in the atmosphere. But in the same way, the Doppler, the weather radar, actually detects and keeps track of hazardous weather systems. Indeed, weather systems generally, whether they are hazardous or not. With the radar we have here, for instance, when we radiate, it scans the atmosphere. Within the radius it covers, it can detect the presence of different components of the atmosphere. Where there are thunderstorms, where there are clouds, where you have wind shear within the atmosphere, it can detect all that. And then the information is now processed for different users, particularly in aviation. In addition to that, that is the vision of a system that is commercialized. I can tell you this. The UK Met Office is the equivalent of NIMET. They call it UK Met Office. The UK Met Office made a total revenue of about £205 million in 1 year, in the last financial year. I read their annual report, and I said, wow, £205 million is over 50 billion naira. And I said to myself, can we replicate this? And I can tell you that my minister has given me that charge. You must mirror UK Met Office. That is my vision. UK Met Office is known for standards. It is known for making money. It is known for quality service. So that is where we are going. We have to mirror that exemplary Met service. Yes, they get money from government, so we must also continue to get money from government. For instance, they are under Ministry of Defense. Yeah, and yeah, that shows you how seriously it is taken there. For you to go to UK Met Office from anywhere in the world, you go through very serious security check because it's part of their Ministry of Defense. And I'm aware that a good part of Ministry of Defense budget is to support UK Met Office. A good part of Ministry of Agriculture budget is to support UK Met Office. All these things are understood. But, you know, for us in Nigeria, we are only in aviation. That is from where we get our budget. So, but the minister has said, mirror UK Met Office in terms of efficiency, in terms of quality, in terms of being a revenue earner. That is where we are going. It's a very difficult task, but we are not deterred. We are going to engage that challenge.
And I certainly hope you will definitely succeed, Dr. Anthony Anufforonwa. Thank you so much for spending time with us.
Thank you very much, Ayo.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Ayo.
Thank you very much, sir.
Okay.
Quite an interesting interview I had with the NIMET Director General there. No doubt there will be disasters owing to severe climatic weather conditions, but with the presence of NIMET, it is hoped that when information of such disasters is about to happen, we as Nigerians will do well to have a positive attitude to react to such messages in order not to suffer great losses in the end. Now, since the activities of the agency are regulated by the International Civil Aviation Organization, that's ICAO, we can appeal to NIMET to ensure that international best practice is adhered to, so that its desire to achieve consolidation, realignment, and commercialization within its operations come to fruition. And that's how we'll have to end it for this week. Do remember to send us your questions, comments, and suggestions to questiontime@channelstv.com, or you can also watch us online also at channelstv.com. Many thanks for watching. I'm Ayotunde Balogun. Till next week, it's bye for now.